Now we will study the properties of magic tea or the hybrid tea. We have already derived the equations for the magic tea. The derived equations are B1 equal to 1 by root 2 A3 plus A4, B2 is equal to 1 by root 2 A3 minus A4, B3 is equal to 1 by root 2 A1 plus A2, B4 is equal to 1 by root 2 A1 minus A2. So these are the equations which I have already derived. Based on these particular equations, so let us study some of the properties of this magic tea. Now the first property is, let port 1, 2 and 4 be terminated in a matched load and macro signal is applied at port 3. As you know, so the magic tea is having the 4 ports, port 1, port 2, port 3 and port 4. Now the first property is saying that port 1, 2 and 4 you are terminated with a matched load and macro signal is applied at port 3. When you are applying signal at the port 3, so then what happens is A1 equal to 0, A2 equal to 0 and A4 equal to 0 and your A3 is not equal to 0 because you are applying the voltage at port 3. So therefore A3 is not equal to 0, whereas 1, 2 and 4 ports are terminated with the matched loads. Therefore A1, A2 and A4 are equal to 0. Now what you are supposed to do is that in these equations, okay, so I will call it as equation number 1, equation number 2 and equation number 3 and equation number 4. In these equations, substitute these values. Now A1 equal to 0, A2 equal to 0, here also A1 equal to 0 and A2 equal to 0. Now, so this term is going to be 0 and this term is going to be 0 and A4 equal to 0, here A4 equal to 0 and here also A4 equal to 0. We left with, okay, now if you substitute then you left with 1 by root 2 of A3 and B2 equal to 1 by root 2 of A3. I will call it as equation number A and I will call it as equation number B. What these two equations B1 and B2 is indicating that B1 is the voltage what you are getting, or the B1 is the output what you are getting at port number 1 and B2 is the output at what you are getting at the port number 2. So B1 is equal to A3 divided by root 2 and B2 is equal to A3 divided by root 2. That is, power is equally divided between port 1 and 2 and no power will be transferred to the port number 4. Now let us study the property number 2. So in the property number 2, let port 1, 2 and 3 be terminated in a matched load and macro signal is applied at port number 4. If this is the case, then your A1 equal to 0 and A2 equal to 0 and A3 equal to 0 because it is matched with the terminated load and your A4 is not equal to 0 because you are applying the signal at the port 4. If this is the case, then substitute these values in this equation. If you substitute this, my A1 equal to 0 and A2 equal to 0, so this term is going to be 0 and also this term is going to be 0 and here my A4 is not equal to 0, here A3 is equal to 0 and A3 is also equal to 0s. Now because my A4 is not equal to 0, here A4 is present and A4 is present, so then I can write this as P1 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A4 and B2 equal to 1 by root 2 times of minus A4. Now, so you get B1 and B2. So I will call it as equation number A. I will call it as equation number B. Now if you closely observe this particular equation, you are applying the signal at the port number 4 and the signal is equally divided between port 1 and port 2 because B1 is the output what you are getting at the port 1 and B2 is the output what you are getting at the port 2. But you are getting the same signal at the port 1 and 2. But whatever this minus sign is indicating that, so the two signals are out of phase with each other. This minus signal is indicating that port 1 and port 2 signal magnitude is same, but those two signals are 180 degree out of phase with each other, and a sign is indicating that they are 180 degree out of phase with each other. Now, let us see the property number 3. In the property number 3, port 2, 3 and 4 be terminated in a matched load, and macro signal is applied at port 1. Then your A2 is equal to 0, A3 is equal to 0 and A4 is equal to 0, whereas your A1 is not equal to 0. Then substitute these values in these equations. Your A2 equal to 0 and A3 equal to 0, A4 equal to 0, okay, and A1 is not equal to 0. If that is the case, A3 and A4, so this equation will go and this equation will go, we will get B3 and B4. Here also A2 equal to, then if you substituting these values, then my B3 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A1 and B4 equal to 1 by root 2 times of A1. I will call this as equation number A and I will call it as equation number B. By substituting these values in this equation, I am getting it as B3 and B4. So B1 and B3 is equal to A1 divided by root 2 and B4 is equal to A1 divided by root 2, where B3 is the output wave or the signal what you are getting from the port number 3, and V4 is the output wave or the signals what you are getting by the port number 4. What this is indicating is that if you apply the signal at the port number 1, so this signal is equally divided between the port 3 and the port 4, having the same magnitude and the same phase. And no signal will goes to port number 2. Applied the port number 1, it divides between port 3 and 4, no signal will goes to the port number 2. Let us study, so the property number 4. Let port 1, port 2 and port 4 be terminated in a matched load and macro signal is applied at port number 3. With this condition, my A1 is equal to 0 and A2 is equal to 0 and A4 is equal to 0, whereas A3 is not equal to 0. Substitute this A1, A2, A3 and A4 in these particular equations. So then, so A1 and A2 are 0, so these two equations will go. A4 equal to 0, this is and this will become 0. So then I will get B1 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3 and B2 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3. So I will call it as equation number A and I will call it as equation number B. Now, so what it is indicating is that if you apply a signal at port number 3, the signal is equally divided between port 1 and port 2, having the same magnitude and having the same phase, and the no signal will go to the port number 4. To study the property number 5. In the property number 5, let port 1 and 2 be terminated in a matched load and macro signal is applied at port 3 and 4. With this particular case, because it is matched or terminated load 1 and 2, so A1 equal to 0 and A2 equal to 0 and macro signal is applied port 3 and 4, A4 is not equal to 0 and A3 is not equal to 0. Substitute, so these values in this particular equations, and when you substitute these values in these equations, try to get whatever the values you are getting. So because A1 and A2 are equal to 0 and B3 and B4 are definitely going to be 0, so then my B1 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A4 is not equal to 0 and A3 is not equal to 0. So that means to say that my A3 and A4 are going to be same. A3 is equal to A4. If that is the case, if I substitute in this equation, I can write it as A3 plus A3. So this I can write it as 1 by root 2 times of 2A3. B2 equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3 minus A4. So this is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3. A3 is equal to, this is equal to minus A3. So this is going to be 0. So that means to say that, so this property is saying that when you equal amount of the signals applied at the port number 3 and 4, you are getting an output at the port number 1, which is the sum of, so whatever the signal you are applying at the port number 3 and 4. The same signal will be there, A3 is equal to A4. So here I can write it as A3 plus A3 or A4 plus A4. So this is equal to 1 by root 2 times of 2A3. So what this is indicating is that if the same signal is applied at port 3 and 4, so then sum of these particular signals will come at port number 1, okay, and no signal will appear at the port number opposite to this. Let us study the property number 6. Let port 1 and 2 be terminated a match load and a micro signal is applied port 3 and 4, and whatever the signal you are applying at 3 and 4, so they are out of phase with each other. So that is A3 is equal to minus of A4 and A1 equal to 0 and A2 equal to 0. If you substitute, now if you substitute all these values in these particular equations, see then B3 and B4 is going to be 0 and B1 is going to be 0. So then B2 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3 minus of A3. So that is going to be 2A3. So this is equal to 1 by root 2. So what this indicates that if port 1 and 2 are terminated a match load and macro signal is applied at port 3 and 4, where these two signals are out of phase with each other, then the output what you are getting is at the port number 2. This is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3. Now, let us study the property number 7. Let port 3 and 4 be terminated in a match load and a macro signal is applied at port 1 and 2. Then, with this condition, A3 equal to 0 and A4 equal to 0 and A1 is not equal to 0 and A2 is not equal to 0. Substitute these values, so in this particular equations, and try to simplify the values. When A3 equal to 0 and A4 equal to 0, then this equation and this equation is going to be zeros. Then we are left with B3 and B4. Substitute the values in this B3 and B4, that A1 and A2 values. So then my B3 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A1 plus, because both the values are equal, you can write it as A1 plus A1 or A2 plus A2. Then B4 equal to 1 by root 2 times of A1 minus A1 or A2 minus A1, because both the values are same. So that you can write it as A1 equal to A2. When A1 is not equal to 0 and A2 equal to 0, so this I can write it as the values of A1 is equal to A2. If you substitute in this, okay, this term will go, so the whole term is going to be 0. So then B3 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A1. And this is the output what you will get from property number 7. Your B3 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of the A1. Here also, if you observe it here, the output what you are getting from the port number 3 is the sum of the voltages what you are applying at the port number 1 and 2. Let us study the property number 8. For property number 8, port 3 and 4 terminated in a matched load and macro signal is applied at port 1 and 2. It looks similar to the property number 7, but here, so whatever the signal you are applying at the port number 1 and 2, they are out of phase with each other. So therefore, you can write it as A3 equal to 0 and A4 equal to 0 and A1 is equal to minus of A2. A1 equal to minus of A2 doesn't mean that it is a negative signal. A1 and A2 signals are out of phase with each other. And now substitute these values in this equation. Then your B1 is going to be 0 and B2 is going to be 0 and B3 value is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A1 minus this A1 is equal to minus of A2. You can write it values is equal to A1 minus of A1 and B4 is equal to 1 by root times of A1 is equal to minus A2 and minus A2, and at this particular place A2 equal to minus of A1. Okay. Now, after substituting the values in the equation number 3 and 4, we are going to get the values like this, and this is going to be 0, and we are left with, so this particular term is equal to 1 by root 2 A1 minus of A2 is equal to minus of A1. So this value is equal to 1 by root 2 times of minus 2 times of A1. Okay. B4 is equal to 1 by root 2 A1 minus of minus A1 is plus A1. So I can write it as 2 times of A1 divided by root 2. So that is property number 8 is saying that if you apply signals at port number 1 and 2 which are out of phase with each other, so then you are getting the output signal at the port number 4, okay, where the output is equal to 2 times of A1 divided by root 2. That is, both the signals will add each other. And these are the 8 properties which you are supposed to remember, because so these 8 properties are important in order to understand the application of this particular magic T in the microwave communications. Now, let us solve problems on this magic T. Now, the given problem is, consider a lossless H-plane T junction with 50 milliwatts of power being fed into port 1 and the other ports 2 and 3 are terminated matched load. Calculate the power fed into each of the ports by the junction. The given problem is, consider a lossless H-plane T junction with 50 milliwatts of power being fed into port number 4. You are feeding a power to the port number 4, and the other ports 2 and 3 are terminated in a matched load. Calculate the power fed into each of the ports by the junctions. To solve this particular problem, so whatever the 8 properties we have studied, you have to remember those particular properties and try to solve the problem. To solve that particular problem, we have S11 is equal to 1 by root 2, S12 is equal to 1 by root 2, and S13 is equal to 1 by root 2. So these are the values we have taken from the S matrix. Once you get these particular values, try to substitute the values and get the equations. Power fed into port 1 is P in equal to 50 milliwatts. Power fed into the port 1 is 50 milliwatts, and power reflected from the port 1. So due to the mismatched load, P1 equal to P into S11 square. So this S11 we have taken it here from this one. S11 is equal to, if you substitute it here, 50 into 1 by 2 whole square. So this value is coming to be 12.5 milliwatt. Once you calculate the power from the reflector from the port 1, now power coming out of the port 2 is equal to P in into S12 square, where P in is the applied power. S12 value is taken from the S matrix, that value is equal to 1 by root 2. So this value is going to be 12.5 milliwatts. Similarly, power coming out of the port 3 is P in into S13 whole square, S13 is equal to 1 by root 2. So this is going to be 25 milliwatts. So therefore, total power P is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3. So this is equal to 12.5 plus 12.5 plus 25. So this is equal to 50 milliwatts. Now, so that means to say that here you applied the 50 milliwatts of the power. Out of the whatever the 50 milliwatts of the power you are applying, for the port 1 12.5 milliwatts is going, and the port 2 12.5 milliwatts is going, and the port number 3 25 milliwatts is going. Therefore, total value is equal to 50 milliwatts. Hello? Hello? Now let us solve one more problem. The given problem is, consider a lossless H-plane T-junction with 40 milliwatts power being fed into a perfectly matched port 3 of the junction at 50 ohms. The two collinear ports 1 and port 2 terminated in matched load terminated in mismatched load of 45 ohms and 55 ohms. Calculate the actual powers delivered to these loads and corresponding reflected power. To solve this particular problem, first let us write the S matrix values, what we have calculated in the previous classes. Now S H equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 1 by root 2 1 by root 2 1 by root 2 and zeros. And now we know that B equal to S into A. We know that B equal to S into A. Now I can write it here. So B1, B2 and B3, S is, so this matrix 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 1 by root 2. So minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, so 0. I am writing, so this matrix as it is once again because yes, and then, so here I write it as A1, A2 and A3. Now what we are doing is that, so as it is given in the given problem, it is given that A1 equal to A2 equal to 0 and we are applying at the port number 3. So therefore, so this A1 and A2 is going to be 0 and we are left with only A3. I am repeating once again, here basically the values are A1, A2 and A3. But from the given problem, so the values of A1 and A2 is equal to 0 and we left with only A3. So the A3 I am writing as it is. Now calculate the values of B1, B2 and B3. Okay, this will multiply by, so this column B1 equal to minus B1 equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3 and B2 equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3 and so B3 is going to be 0 because this row multiply by, so this particular column. So this is how we got the values of B1 and B2. Now after calculating the basic parameters, so we have a T is like this. Now this is your port 1 and your port 2 and this is your port number 3, and from the port number 3 you are applying a power of 40 milliwatts and this particular power divides equally between port 1 and port 2. I am repeating once again. So this is a T you are having. From the port 3 you are applying 40 milliwatts of the power. So this 50 milliwatts of power equally divides between port 1 and port 2. That means 20 milliwatts will go to the port 1 and 20 milliwatts will go to the port 2. So that is, thus the power P3 is equal to 40 milliwatts divides equally between port 1 and port 2. Now you have to calculate actually how much amount of the power goes to port 1 and how much amount of the power goes to the port 2. Because in the given problem 1 and 2, that is port 1 and 2 are mismatched, so therefore certain reflected signal will be there. Now we are supposed to calculate the signals delivered to the port 1 and port 2. Therefore power going into the port 2, okay, how much of the power going to the port 2 will be equal to B1 into B1 star. So this is equal to A1 divided by root 2 and B1 star equal to A3 divided by root 2. So this I can write it as A3 square divided by root 2, and whatever this A3 square is there, it itself is whatever the P3 is there. So with P3 is equal to 40 milliwatts, 40 milliwatts divided by 2, so this is equal to 20 milliwatts. Now, so because this port 2 is mismatched, some amount of the power will be reflected back. So now you have to calculate the power reflected back by port 1. So due to the mismatched load of 45 ohms. Here we are connecting a mismatched load of 45 ohms. Because the mismatched load of 45 ohms is there, so the power will be reflected back. So the reflected power will be 1 by 2 into tau 1 of A3 square, where tau 1 is the reflection coefficient. Where your tau 1 is the reflection coefficient of the port. Now, so what you have to do is tau 1 equal to ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. And we know that in the given problem, so ZL is equal to 45 ohms and Z0, that is the characteristic impedance 50 ohms. So substitute the values here, I am going to get the values equal to 1 by 19. Then reflected power at port 1, that is you have to calculate how much amount of the power is reflected back. So that can be calculated by the equation 1 by 2 A3 square into tau 1 squares. Now 1 by 2 A3 square is, in the given problem the power is given as 40 milliwatts, and to tau 1, so tau 1 value we have calculated, so that is 1 by 19. So then we are going to get the values as 0.0554 milliwatts. That means to say that, so 50 milliwatts, 20 milliwatts of the power is coming to this. So due to the mismatch, so this much amount of the power is reflected back. Then you have to calculate actually how much amount of the power will be delivered to the port 1. Then actual power delivered to a 45 ohms load connected at the port 1 is equal to 20 milliwatts is coming here and 0.0554 milliwatts is going back. Therefore, 20 milliwatts minus 0.0554. So this is going to be 19.9446 milliwatt. So this much amount of the power is actually going to the port 1. Let us calculate for the port 2 how much amount of the power actually delivered. Here also for the port 2 a mismatched load is there and mismatched load of 55 ohms is connected here. So because of this some reflection will occur. Now as we have calculated the port 1, so let us calculate it for the port 2. So the power going into the port 2, you can call it as B2 into B2 star. Okay. So then this value I can write it as A1 divided by root 2 and A3 divided by root 2. So this is equal to A3 square divided by 2. So this is equal to 40 milliwatts divided by 2. So this is going to be 20 milliwatts. That is from this port. So 20 milliwatts power is going to the port 2. Now power reflected back by port 2 due to the mismatch load of 55 ohms. So because here the mismatch load is connected, some amount of the power is reflected back. The reflected power will be given by 1 by 2 τ2 into A3 square, where τ2 is the reflection coefficient of this particular port. Now τ2 you can calculate it from ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0, and ZL is given as 55 ohms and Z0, the chaotic impedance is 50 ohms. Substitute in this equation, I am going to get the values as 1 by 21. Then reflected power at port 2, that is 20 milliwatts is going here. So then how much amount of the power is reflected back due to the 55 ohms. So this is equal to 1 by 2 into A3 square into τ2, and this τ2 value we have calculated here, this is 1 by 21. I will substitute it as equal to 1 by 21 and 1 by 2 A3 square, this is the power fed at the port number 3. So is equal to 40 milliwatts. So that 40 milliwatts. So this is equal to 0.0454 milliwatts. Now calculate the actual power delivered to this, because so 20 milliwatts is going in these directions and 0.054 is coming in the opposite directions. Okay, 20 milliwatts is going like this and 0.045 is reflected back. So therefore actual power delivered will be whatever the power is going to the load and minus of whatever the power is reflected back. That is 20 milliwatts minus 0.054 milliwatts. So this is equal to 19.9546 milliwatts. Actual power is going to port number 2. Now if you compare the power, actual power going to the port number 1 and port number 2 are different, because here you have connected 45 ohm resistance and here you have connected a 55 ohms resistance. So because of this reason, so the actual power delivered to the port 1 and port 2 are different. If the impedances connected at this point are same, then the same amount of the power will be reflected and same amount of the power will be delivered to both the loads. And this is how you can calculate or compute the power delivered to the loads